Welcome to a sick, shitty episode of The Wrestling Burn with your host, Parksy Near Death, and the Zombie.
What's up? What's up?
Nothing. I'm about to be the real zombie on the show, man. I have been so sick.
Well, that's nice. Instead of me being the zombie, you can be the zombie for a change.
I'm gonna be the zombie for a change. Maybe if I die, I'll get better at the board.
We're gonna try to have a good episode this week.
Yeah, sorry we didn't post a few. What was it? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
We're gonna actually start changing things up a little bit.
I know we're trying to force shit too much lately,
and we've been getting a lot more listeners. So, and we've kind of been getting requests on what you want to talk about, and what you want us to talk about, and all this crap. So, we're gonna kind of
cater to the listeners a little more.
Yeah, but still be our same old sarcastic selves.
That's right. We are still going to fit in wrestling, not like we're going to be like whole episodes not talking wrestling. Yeah. We will still talk wrestling.
It's going to be the wrestling podcast, but it's going to be also, we're going to talk about other things.
Yeah.
Sci-fi, what's going on in the world.
Stuff like that.
You know?
Wow, we're so in sync. Look at that.
Wow.
Alright, so, shit. Wrestling, because I'm going to be honest, like, I can't keep talking about wrestling the whole podcast, because I haven't found wrestling entertaining. The Raw has sucked.
Did I even watch Raw this week? I think I did. Do I remember it? No. And am I excited about WrestleMania this year? Hell no. Not even. I don't know what's going on with the WWE anymore, but I'm really starting to lose interest.
At least they're making, like, blood happen again, but that's not enough to keep me interested.
I don't know who's the one that's doing that. I don't know if Vince is seeing his paycheck go down.
That's all Triple H, I'm calling it.
Do you think it's Shane? Shane?
No.
With Shane sitting on the outside watching at home, going, you know what, this product blows. We really need to do something about it.
There's some real beef between Shane and Triple H.
That's because Shane wants to change the direction.
No, the beef is because Shane, whatchamacallit, pissed that Triple H, I can't even think, dude. I'm so, like, medicine head and...
Oh, God, this is going to be phenomenal. AJ Styles.
Shane is pissed because Triple H is going to get to run the company over him. The Triple H and Stephanie. I think Shane should run, family. Honestly. Yeah, but...
Triple H isn't family.
What do you... Tell that to fucking Vince, dude.
Vince, Triple H isn't family. And I heard Vince doesn't like NXT.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too.
He is not a fan of NXT at all. But that's where all your talent's coming from. What do you want?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to take from ROH, you're going to take from TNA, which is really no talent. You're going to have to go to ROH. And go to BTW.
BTW.
Keep throwing out names. They haven't put up any signs yet, by the way.
I know. I'm
still waiting.
I look
when I go to work every morning, I hit that exit because I usually stick one at that exit, and I don't see one there. But I'll tell you what, the first morning I go to work, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to hop out of my vehicle.
And get that.
It's my new sign.
Get that sign.
Because I'm actually going to take all these signs and I'm going to decorate our new studio with them.
As you should.
It's either going to be the studio or we may be getting a store here soon because I may be getting a loan to open the Wrestling Burn store.
Oh boy.
Yes.
How come I have not heard about this?
It's in the works right now with the wife. We're talking about it.
Nice.
So.
Can she work for us?
Yes, she will be working for us.
Oh, man.
But, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story altogether.
How much for a sponge bath?
Yeah, she's not doing that.
Why?
I just pulled a whisker up. And I don't know if you noticed, I cut my beard.
I did, actually. I'm quite sad.
Why did you do it? It's all coming off soon.
Why?
I'm getting tired of it.
No.
It's too much work to take care of. And where I work right now, I come home with a beard full of dirt.
Yeah.
It's like a friggin' matty mess when I get home.
Oh.
That's what happens when you work at a concrete factory.
So they're slowly turning you into a concrete monster?
Yeah. You're going to be Crete Man.
Although
it's going to be my wrestling name, Crete Man.
Although your arms are jacked now. You're huge.
Yeah.
Bam!
Oh, did you hear that?
I did, actually. Signs you're getting old, your elbow cracks when you go to flex.
I leave work and my fingers the joints in my fingers are absolutely killing me. I wake up in the morning and my hands are like this. I can't open them. I can't open my fingers. It's horrible.
Arthritis, here we come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Joke's on you. I already have it.
Yeah, that hurts
Hit
right
my
there.
left hand. Boom. There you go.
But yeah, it's I don't like my job, and it's time to start thinking of the future. And I want this podcast to be more than just a podcast.
Yeah.
I want it to be a store and a source of income.
That's right. We want to make money doing nothing.
Exactly. We want to be like the comic book man.
We really do.
Where you can sit around the store all day and shoot shit about wrestling and any other thing. And
we need a Ming, though.
Yeah, we need a Ming. We may have to hire one.
Oh, man. How much you think it costs to get that? To
hire
the
a Ming?
from there?
So I would be... okay, so I would be... I don't know who I would be. Who's the guy with the beard? Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
You would be the other guy with the goatee, and B would be the owner there. Not the owner,
the tall, skinny kid?
Yeah, the other kid. And then we'd have to get a Ming.
We do need a Ming.
I think it would be easy to find an Oriental kid to fucking come work in the shop.
Yeah, we do. We really need a Ming, like...
Although I think one just joined the podcast. He likes the Facebook page. He was the last guy to like the Facebook page. He's Oriental. We'll have to get him to come on down.
Oh, man! Can we call him Ming?
Call him Ming.
Isn't that all of their names?
Ming. Hey, yo!
My name is John. Your name is Ming!
And then we can get Scott to come down and film it, and we can put it up on YouTube.
Just like, dude, where's
Just
the
like,
party?
dude. And then we need a Kevin Smith. Who would be a Kevin Smith? Who could be our Kevin Smith? I don't know. I said we need somebody fat, but he's lost a lot of weight, so...
He has.
We need a Kevin Smith that names his daughter Harley Quinn.
Ours will name their
Speaking
son.
of, did you watch Gotham this week?
I did not, actually. I'm really far behind. I guess I haven't done shit all. I've been
because
in bed at 9:30 all week.
they had Harley Quinn on it.
Other than,
because there was a girl singing up on stage and she had her face all white and she had that Joker paint job going on.
Mm-hmm.
But she was old. She was an older woman. She wasn't Harley Quinn age woman.
Oh. Yeah, I'm very far behind.
What the hell was I going to say? They are... Oh, God, what the hell was I going to say?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Batman and I think it was the second Batman with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
And they had the Penguin in it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you remember the beginning of it? The Penguin's parents?
Yeah.
The father was Pee Wee Herman.
Really?
Yeah, the father was Pee Wee Herman. Because him and the wife dumped the baby into the water and it floated down the street.
Yeah.
Gotham. He goes and sees his father. Guess who his father is? Pee Wee Herman.
The Penguin meets his...
The Penguin got released from Arkham and is going home and went to see his father. And in the clip that showed it was Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is all tying.
Pee Wee Herman's getting all sorts of deals.
They did the whole fucking Mr. Freeze thing.
Did they really?
Yeah. That was good. Everybody is locked up in fucking Arkham right now with Doctor Strange.
Oh, man.
Doctor Strange is doing shit to them. Even the guys that got killed, they're in Arkham with him, and he's like bringing them back and stuff like that. So that's why when the Joker got stabbed to death, he's in Arkham right now. And they're all in these tanks.
And they're doing all sorts of experiments to him and shit.
Yeah. So is Will Smith's wife there. What the hell's her name?
Jada
Pinkett Smith.
Oh, so she's back then?
She is in the tank. She's in the tank there.
Oh, shit.
They only show her from behind, so you see the red hair and stuff like that. But he has her, too. I don't know the full story of Doctor Strange.
I know he knows who Batman is, though.
Does he? Huh.
But I don't know how they're going to fit it into this. Like we've said before about Gotham, they really can go anywhere they want with it because it's not a comic book or anything. It's them making shit up as they go.
At that age, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as of right now, Bruce Wayne is on the street with Selena Kyle, so... Which is weird because they didn't meet till later on, but they have him as kids, and he's living in the street with her. trying to get tough.
Oh, no, he has... What about the League of Shadows? That's literally every Batman comic, how he becomes a martial arts master.
Well, I don't know.
Because of Ra's al Ghul.
He was being taught by his butler there for a while to box and stuff.
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. But,
I like Alfred.
yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's probably one of my favorite series on right now. Between that, The Walking Dead, I'm really, really nervous about the last episode. I've just been reading so much stuff
about. Have you read how bad they beat the shit out of Glenn though?
But they're saying it might not be Glenn. They're talking it might be Maggie.
Oh, I hope so.
Pregnant Maggie. The way the cast members are talking, how disgusted and sick to their stomachs it made them.
Oh, I hope it is Maggie.
And then they could talk. It could be Daryl. They're talking. It could be Rick shooting or killing Glenn for the greater good. They're like it. There's all kinds of rumors out there right now. But I'm like so nervous for that episode to come out because I've just been reading so much crap. I'm like,
you're like, oh, what are we gonna do?
Wait, I can't wait. I have a friend at work now that is a huge Walking Dead fan, and we're all like,
is it the one that also does the Ric Flair impression?
No.
Oh.
No.
You have 2 friends at work?
I have 2 friends at work, yes.
Moving on up.
Actually, one of them wants to go to the Comic-Con with us in the Marlboro, if I might go. I don't know yet. I have to see if I can come up with the money to buy the ticket. I was going to buy 2 tickets, but I can't even afford one, so. But I want to go, and Scotty's going, so.
What about Sean?
Sean never goes.
I thought he...
Did I tell you they moved Super Mega Fest Framingham to Marlboro?
No, that's why I'm...
They're not doing it in Framingham anymore, so the spring and the November one, which is not in November anymore, it's now in October, is going to all be in Marlboro now because it's a bigger facility.
Nice.
I can't wait to go. I want to go because Ric Flair's going to be there, and I got my figures over there that I want to get signed.
That I was just questioning you about.
I want to get them... I mean, that's all stuff that's going to go in the store.
I just want to find him at the bar so he can buy me some drinks, like, honestly.
If you go to the show Friday night, there's a party Friday night, you get to mingle with everybody.
The only person I want to mingle with is Ric Flair.
Well, you got to figure Flair, Mick Foley.
Oh, no, actually...
Harley Race.
I want to mingle with Noelle Foley.
And all those guys are going to be there together.
I want to fondle Noelle Foley.
Who's Noelle Foley?
Mick Foley's daughter.
Oh, that's her name, Noelle?
Yeah.
Mickey James.
Oh, man, she did porn.
If she's going to be there, I wonder if her husband's going to be there.
I want to ask her how big John Cena's penis is.
I wonder if she's going to have her kid with her.
I don't care.
She just had a kid, right?
I don't know. I just want to know how big John Cena's penis is.
You want me to write the question down? I said, this is a question from a fan, and I'll ask her, and I'll record it.
Yeah. How big? Or ask her if Kenny Dykstra has a small penis.
Yeah.
Whose penis is bigger, John Cena or Kenny Dykstra?
I wonder if any of them are going to be going over to BT and Webster, BTW.
No. Sting's not going to be wrestling at BTW, by the way.
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah, he's officially retired.
He's probably just doing a signing with Lex Luger.
Yeah!
He's probably just going to push Lex Luger into the arena.
The total wheelchair package! Can't wait to buy it.
He looks like a fucking turtle now. His neck is so long.
He is a turtle.
He reminds me of that cartoon.
Yertle the Turtle.
Yertle the Turtle.
Teenage Mutant
Ninja
Turtles. Have a Lex Luger of a time!
Put a shell around his wheelchair and he'd look like a turtle. Roll around really slow.
He should dress in all green. We'll put a bandana around his eyes like a mask. And he'll be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Lex Luger.
Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Lex Luger.
Luger in a half shell.
Luger in a full shell.
Tittle. Luger.
That's what we got. That's the new.
I should have pulled the freaking guitar out for that one.
That's the new podcast you get. You get songs about Lex Luger as a turtle. I have great news for you, by the way.
You learned how to play the guitar.
No, After consuming those 2 hot dogs, I officially can feel diarrhea coming on. I got those Burger King hot dogs. Terrible decision, I can tell right now. They didn't taste bad, but... Oh, man. It is not...
They gotta be horrible.
Yo, it's not gonna be pretty. The studio's bathroom may not be habitable. Like, yeah.
Found a few new... I didn't even know they were coming out with these new wrestling figures there. It's a double pack of Sting and the Ultimate Warrior.
Mm-hmm. They should be the Blade Runners. I want them to be Sting and the Dingo Warrior.
I forgot what they called them. I actually sold one the other day. I have a couple of them. But we found a couple other rare figures. And I put them away, and I don't even remember what the hell they were called.
I stole them.
But, fucking wrestling shirts, man. I haven't found nothing.
No, you've bought all the wrestling shirts
nothing out there right now
in the world.
It's ridiculous. Did you fart?
No, I didn't.
Jesus Christ, Parksy.
It's not me, dude. It was not me, that's all I'm saying.
We've got a lot of new traffic on our Facebook page, which is surprising.
Yes, I see that. AJ Lee liked our Facebook page.
AJ Lee. I was like, is this really AJ Lee on our Facebook page? I'm like, and I looked, I'm like, no,
it's a dude, no.
Is it a dude?
I thought it was a dude.
I don't think it is. I think it's a girl.
Like I said, I've been pretty sick all week, so when I looked last night...
I'm pretty sure it's not a dude.
I was on all sorts of nighttime medicine just trying to fall asleep.
Are you?
I was, yeah. But, real fast, I just want to cover a couple more wrestling things, and then we can just kind of shoot the shit, talk about a couple things the listeners wanted us to talk about. So Bray Wyatt keeps teasing big things for WrestleMania. What are you thinking? Do you have any idea what do you think he's going to do?
I'm thinking he's not going to wrestle because I just saw that he's injured.
He just came back in a house show.
Did he?
Yeah.
Why isn't this working?
I think he'll be in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but I still think he's going to fuck Lesnar over. They haven't ended that feud yet. Think about it, like... Unless they're going to drop it and give us no fucking explanation why the Wyatt family went after Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Then he is going to...
Well, didn't he fight? He fought Bray at...
Luke Harper. He fought Luke Harper and Bray, but beat Luke Harper.
Okay.
But that doesn't count for anything, you know?
There
was no build-up to it.
That whole thing is just... I don't know.
There was no build-up to it.
They're not doing anything with the Wyatt family, which is kind of discouraging and disgusting, and you got a great fraction. Fraction.
Yeah.
And you're not using them right. It looks like they start to use them the right way, and then they just fuck it over. You know what,
though? Honestly, if there's one guy now that's going to come out of that fraction and be successful, I don't even think it's Bray anymore. Vince's guy in that fraction is Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
he's a big fan of Braun Strowman.
Well, he's a big fan of the big guys.
Yeah. I actually was watching a promo last night, too, of CM Punk back when he was going to fight Triple H after they did the Kevin Nash thing after Punk walked out on the company and stuff.
Did you see that fight's back on?
What?
CM Punk, what's his name?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's back on. Dana White tweeted about it last night.
Did he?
Yeah. And I don't understand how everybody in the world fucking hates CM Punk. Why is this wrestler getting in the ring? But you know, why are the UFC guys going to wrestling?
Yeah.
You know, fucking get over yourself.
How many people shit on Brock when he went back to WWE? Yeah. How many people shit on nobody said shit again when he chose WWE over UFC. I mean, granted, the guy almost died twice.
Right.
But still.
I don't know. It drives me nuts when... I feel like going on there and just saying, shit, you guys don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right?
You're saying he's a wrestler. Yeah, he did wrestle. But do you know his background? Do you know he's been training?
Like, granted, Brock... And I mean, I think it's because he doesn't have a legit background like Brock did. Like, Brock went over from wrestling to the NFL. People gave him shit about that.
Yeah.
But when he went from the NFL to MMA, nobody said shit. Because he was a big dude, I mean... And that's the thing, I mean... But then you have UFC fighters saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go to boxing, and I'm going to do this.
Well, who's that UFC fighter that Brock fought that wants to come to the WWE and do a program with him over there? The one he lost the belt to.
The one he lost lost the belt to?
The last fight Brock had, he lost the belt to the black guy there. What the hell's his name?
Oh, he didn't lose the belt to Overeem. Overeem just beat him.
Well, whatever. It was Overeem. Overeem wants to come over to the WWE.
Well, because he can use steroids.
And he wants to fight over there.
Nah.
I can't find what the hell I'm looking for.
Money. You know who I do think would draw money in the WWE? Maybe not WWE, but would bring eyes to wrestling?
Who?
Kimbo Slice.
Wasn't he already over there?
No.
Did Ken Shamrock lose his fight again?
Yeah.
Did he? How long did that take?
First round. He got kneed in the nuts, and then they stopped the fight by TKO. Because Hoist Gracie jumped on him. But yeah, kneed him right in the nuts. They didn't stop it, and so he dropped because he got kneed in the nuts.
He just needs to give up.
And actually, he just got called out by another old-ass fighter, Dan Severn. He was supposed to fight him in a grappling match.
Yeah.
Shamrock and backed out. And Severn called him a pussy. But, yeah, I mean... you excited for the AJ Styles Chris Jericho match at Mania? I'm going to call it right now. That's going to be the show stealer.
Well, you know AJ's going to win it.
He should.
Well, he should, but yeah, you never know these days.
No, you can figure all Chris Jericho does now is jobs. He doesn't win matches. That often, at least. In fact, because before I listened to the Jericho podcast last night, I was listening to, clips of it.
Yeah.
When he was interviewing Big Show. Because I wanted to see, because Austin had just said how he has to hold back on a lot of stuff when he does the WWE Network specials.
Yeah.
But he was listening to his other podcasts, though.
AJ Lee is no longer listening to our podcast.
Oh, fuck you, AJ Lee.
She fucking commented once and then dumped us.
No.
Oh, she just thumbs up us. She didn't like...
Oh.
There's a difference
Okay.
there, I guess.
But no... because Austin has to hold back. So I wanted to hear what Jericho was going to say with Big Show.
Yeah.
And I was listening to that, and it was kind of funny. Big Show talks about how he fought Great Khali and stuff, and... legitimately fought him backstage.
Didn't he just go down?
Khali?
Yeah.
Yeah. He got real hurt. Almost died. Had to get a bunch of stitches in his head. But, I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, yeah, Jericho's podcast is pretty entertaining or whatever. So I found one, and he was interviewing the host of another podcast. And I gave it a listen, and it's something that we're actually... we've done fake YouTube videos about it, and whatever. We've had a ton of conversations about it. It's called Sasquatch Chronicles.
Yep.
Just the guy talking about, he said it was back in 2012, going through, a rough time with his brother. Oh, that is a girl, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Trying to find better pictures of her.
He was, going down a rough road. His dad and grandpa had both just died of cancer, months apart. I forget if he said he was, going through a divorce and then had just lost his job. Not pretty. Kind of weird face. But let me finish my story, man.
Keep going. I'm just showing you pictures.
Well, yeah, no, I can't focus, though.
She likes you.
And he was like, yeah... So, I called my brother up at 2 a.m. We were going for a drive there from Portland, Oregon. So, Oregon, pretty good in Bigfoot sightings.
Yep.
Pacific Northwest. And he's driving along and they hear, screams and... not screams, but, howls and stuff. I'm not sure what it is. You hear, chatter. And they go through this whole thing and they get terrorized for, He thought that the whole encounter with the thing only lasted, 30 minutes. But another common thing with Bigfoot sightings, as you know, is time-lapse things, weird time-lapse things, where they're driving back after it's all said and done, and he finally looks at the clock, and it's 5:30. So he said it could have been longer, and it was just adrenaline, but he thought there was a weird time-lapse. But his podcast actually goes into a lot of paranormal stuff like that.
Well, there's a lot of things said that if whenever there is a UFO sighting, there's a Bigfoot sighting. I don't know if you've ever heard that.
Mm-hmm. And we've talked about that. People
have mapped it out where there's UFO sightings going on, and then there's Bigfoot sightings, or vice versa. Mm-hmm. And if you go online, I forgot which website this is. They actually have a map showing there's UFO sightings on this day, but there's also Bigfoot sightings on the same day.
Yeah.
And they're thinking...
And it's like clustered, too. It's not far apart.
What they're thinking is that the Bigfoot's an alien. Or maybe it's a pet
drop-off,
Yeah, pet of the alien. They just let it run around to take a shit and then take it back to where the hell they're going.
Well, there was also I was just listening to their 200th episode. Because, you know, good way to judge a podcast, go by one of their big episodes.
Yep.
And they were saying actually another thing, not only the UFO things, but Bigfoot sightings are either followed by or before the orbs of light that people capture on video. They say those normally go hand in hand with Bigfoot sightings as well.
Orbs of light, was that like a portal?
It's just like so you know how people like the ghost hunters will always say like, oh look at the orb on,
which is actually dust in front of the camera.
Yeah, but they're saying not even like camera visible, like physically visible.
Yeah. I watched some show where they're saying that certain areas there's energies and there's like rocks and stuff set up like a doorway type of thing, and
that hold in the energy. Yeah,
and they said those are like portals. And
like sandstone and limestone are known to do that.
Only certain areas you can go through it, or certain ways you can go through it and stuff like that. I saw a UFO when I was a teenager,
and that's really what I was trying to get to. I didn't want to bring it up pre-show, but yeah, I wanted you to actually share a little bit of that because.
Granted, we were a little loaded, but all of us saw it, and we were coming across the field, and we actually were laying down, looking up the sky, and this friggin' thing came across the sky really fast over the field, stopped, and then back in the other direction, in the same direction. As soon as the came, it was gone. It was nuts. And the next morning, we heard UFO sightings on the radio, so we weren't that drunk.
And also, to be fair, the town we're from has had a UFO sighting.
Yeah. This was in Marlboro.
I'm talking about Webster.
Yeah, the
Webster Lake one.
UFO flying out of the lake.
Yep.
That was actually on a TV show.
It was at the end. They had the call at the end of The Fourth Kind.
Yeah. Do you remember, were you with us a few years ago? We were disc golfing in the wintertime, and this was at Buffin on the long course. And there was a lot of snow on the ground, and we were shooting, I think it was hole 8, where you're shooting over here, and it's like up on the hill, and there's a whole bunch of rocks up there.
I was there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I threw my disc, and it went behind, and we went back there to get our discs, and we noticed footprints on the ground, and there were bare footprints.
Yep, we took pictures of them.
I actually took pictures of them. If I can find them, I think they're on my phone still. I'll put them up on our Facebook page. But we put a pen next to the damn foot.
Yeah.
And there were bare feet. They were bigger than my damn foot, and my foot's at almost 13.
And they were bigger than B's feet too.
Yeah.
And Kevin's, and B and Kevin are 6'4", 6'5".
You could see the toes and stuff like that in it. It's crazy.
One thing these guys do talk about, so people often try and discredit Bigfoot sightings by saying, well, a lot of the descriptions are inconsistent. What they said is what they've noticed from all the people they've talked to is that actually it's almost like other animals. Like their features are kind of distinct to the area they live in. Where they're saying the ones in the Pacific Northwest are more like ape-like. The ones in like the south near Texas are more aggressive and more like chimp-like. And the ones that you hear about in the Northeast are almost more human-like.
I always wanted to do a Bigfoot hoax. Get a Bigfoot costume. There's a part of the highway driving down to the studio.
Yeah.
Where you come down, if you look off to your...
talking about off 98 there?
395.
Yeah.
Now 390. If you look off to your right side, there's a big-ass field. Have you seen that when you come down?
Have you seen the big-ass boulder that's there? It's like half-painted skull?
Yes.
That
was freaky during the friggin' Halloween season when I was coming down there. What the fuck is that?
I actually just noticed that like 2 weeks ago.
Since they cleaned the trees out of there. But anyways, there's that big field going down. You're coming around the corner, you see it right there. For some reason this popped into my head of getting somebody to dress up in a Bigfoot costume and run across that field. But I think it would cause an accident. People have seen would see this fucking Bigfoot creature. And you know, I'm always afraid if I did something like that, some asshole would be around with a gun
and shoot you.
And shoot. But me and Scott were making movies, we're making videos for a while. We actually made a movie called Dude, Where's the Party?
Yeah.
It's up on
check it. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Tonight, I'll actually put it on our Facebook page.
All right, and I will text you and remind you to do that.
It's called Dude, Where's the Party? It's a bunch of kids looking for a party. They're running to this one kid, and he tells them it's that way, and it gets late. They get lost in the woods, and all of a sudden they get stalked by a Bigfoot. It's only like a 3 or 4 minute video.
Yeah, it's nothing that's going to take a ton of time every day.
It's a quick video. It's funny.
Yeah, it is. It really
check it out. That's one of the things that we started doing is making videos and stuff for the
pre-podcast.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pre-podcast. I think.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be pre-podcast.
Yeah, because you guys are still in high school.
That's right. Yeah, it's pre-podcast.
Yeah, that was pre-podcast. Yeah. So, and actually, we were thinking about doing a few more, just to fuck around, make a few more videos, stuff like that. We have a I got a book of ideas that we were talking about doing.
Oh man, I've seen this book, this idea book.
The Hillbilly Clowns.
The Hillbilly Clowns, which was what I was just thinking when you were talking about the Bigfoot idea.
I have all the footage for that, but I'm having a hard time piecing it together. I think we may have to reshoot some stuff.
I just remember
because
driving.
It makes no sense right now.
I just remember driving down to the site, and I had Kevin in my car, full makeup.
Country. You had country in the car.
Country K.
Yeah, full makeup.
Full makeup, and he's just fucking staring at people on the side of the...
That's what we had. B look like a friggin'... B looked like he should have been with the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Yeah, my niece was playing...
The creepiest.
The creepy little girl clown. She really didn't have much makeup on, but she was creepy. Speaking of that, my niece, she's actually in a movie that's going to be coming out, and it might be going to Netflix about zombies.
Really?
She plays the main character in it, yeah. It's a zombie love story. It's about bullying. But the WWE wanted involved in it. There's a former WWE wrestler in it. And
can you name which wrestler?
I didn't even know who he is. Something Mancini or something like that. He's from the 70s or something like that.
I don't know.
But he's in it. WWE actually wanted to be involved in it because it has to do with bullying.
And they were like, fuck you.
The whole concept of the movie is zombies that stop killing people, zombies that stop biting people. They found another way to exist, but humans are still killing them and bullying them and stuff like that. And this one zombie fell in love. This girl zombie fell in love with... No, it was... This girl fell in love with a guy that's not a zombie. I don't know, something like that. And they're getting bullied. It's all about bullying. But it's coming out here soon. I'll let you guys know when, if anybody's interested in watching it. Or if it goes to Netflix or whatever. But it's supposed to be good.
So one thing I just want to ask anybody who's listening to the podcast, for this episode, if you have any experiences like that, Bigfoot experiences, paranormal experiences, drop them in the comments. Just talk about them. I mean, we'll talk about them all day. I mean,
yeah,
we've had enough creepy shit happen between your past couple places, shit that happened at my place, shit that B and I have seen.
Yeah, I grew up in a haunted house.
The place before the one you live now was haunted as fuck.
Which one?
Elm Street.
That was haunted?
Oh, yeah.
I never noticed.
Nothing happened to you. It was all me and B.
It wasn't even me. I never noticed that place.
Between the landlord's wife, well, because you figure B's room was where...
Well, younger people are usually more susceptible to that stuff than old fucks like me.
Other family members of yours, just weird
My
stuff. My
sister lived in a house in Marlboro that was haunted, and she used to go to bed and they'd blow out candles, and then the candles would light back up, and she had a head of cabbage that she stuck on the table that they were making for dinner, and she came back to get it cooking, and it was gone. It wound up downstairs in another apartment in the fucking closet. Yeah, they had some weird stuff happen to them then.
I actually...
Like I said, the house I grew up into had a
The Leprechaun.
Had a little kid.
The Leprechaun.
I actually wrote a story about that.
The Leprechaun?
It wasn't a leprechaun. It was a little kid.
That's how Country described it. I'm talking about the thing Country saw.
He never grew up in that house.
No. But I thought he had gone because didn't your mother still? I don't know. It was something with Country and like maybe it was a little boy he described as a leprechaun or.
The house my mother, when my parents got a divorce, the house my mother was living in, they said there was something up in the attic.
And I think that's what Kevin like went up there one time or something. I remember Kevin or Country, whatever you want to call him. I don't fucking care.
No. I've heard stories of something like that, but I never seen anything. The only place that I had issues was the house we grew up in Marlboro. The house was built on an apple orchard, and the story goes that there was a family that lived in the orchard, and there was a whole bunch. There was like 4 boys and 5 girls or something like that.
Some old time family, you know.
And the youngest boy, the second youngest boy was always bullied by his brothers and sisters, and there was a tree down in the orchard that overlooked the water that his father always told him never to go climb on because it was slippery because of the lake and stuff like that.
And he fell
and he ended up falling and hitting his head on the bottom. His father ended up going out looking for him, and when he was coming over this hill, he saw all these birds and stuff flying around, and
that's how he knew.
And yeah, that's how he knew. He went down there and he actually went around the tree. He saw his legs on the ground. He went around the tree, and he saw birds were pecking at his eyes and shit like that. So he ended up running home with the kid. The youngest son was so devastated. The tree that they used to hang out with, there was this other huge ass tree in the orchard.
Yeah.
He ended up hanging himself in that tree, and I guess that's where our house was.
Oh shit, that's creepy.
Yeah, it was one of the weird things. But I never had problems. We never had problems with the kid. You always felt when you were going. My mother would call us for dinner when run up the stairs. You'd always feel like somebody's running behind you up the stairs and stuff like that. And there was one night I was sleeping in my bed. I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I looked down the hallway and I saw a mop. I thought my mom was like mopping the cobwebs off the thing, and the mop comes walking around the corner by itself. It was one of these. It was just fucked up, you know. You throw your covers over your head, and you're like, ah! Do you wonder why we're all fucked up?
No, like legitimately.
Yeah,
a lot of people's shit happens at night.
Yeah.
I shit you not. Yesterday.
It's because they're fucking bored.
Yet, what are you gonna do when you're dead, right?
Everybody's sleeping. They're wide awake.
I'm gonna bug this shit out of people if I'm a ghost.
What do you think when you die? Obviously, there's ghosts, so your spirits have to go somewhere.
I feel like
is there like a portal you're supposed to go through? And
there's got to be something where like some people think it's like a different dimension. Like maybe your soul goes one place, but like part of your physical existence is still there or something. If that makes any sense. Well, like say, all right. So obviously, I'm more religious than you. So like say
I'm not at all.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm more religious than you.
Yeah.
So like say you believe in heaven or whatever, like your soul goes up to heaven or hell or whatever happens, but like part of you gets left behind, and that's the piece that's like the spirit maybe, like your conscience.
I don't understand the whole heaven and hell thing because, okay, you're going up to the sky and you're going into the earth. Hell's supposed to be below the earth, and that's just retarded. I think you just go somewhere. You know, the whole Bible thing to me is a load of horse shit. Sorry for those people that believe. That's just my opinion. Yeah. I'll probably lose some fans because of that.
No, you're not bashing shit. Because
there's so much stuff in the Bible that got ripped out that they didn't want you to know about, or it's just made up. So I believe in something.
Yeah.
I just
don't know what
I don't believe in the church's version of God and the whole damn story and that type of thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I was going to say something while we were on the whole Yeti thing, and I just...
We'll get back to it. I'm sure we'll come back full circle to it somehow. But real quick, I got a story because you're telling that story. It's like 1 a.m. So legitimately yesterday, Friday.
Yeah.
I had an experience at fucking 8:30 in the morning.
In your house?
In my house. My house has been haunted as shit since I moved there.
Really?
Because all that land is all old farmland and shit that they've reconverted over and over. I actually had a guy hang himself in my bathroom or some shit like that.
Oh, I'd be out that house so quick you wouldn't even be funny. Well, the first thing I do when I go by a house, I'm like, did anybody kill themselves in this house?
Well, because his house was torn down and then remade.
Oh.
So, because our house was built in 60-something, so...
So what you need to do to get rid of that spirit is you need to go dig up his body and burn his bones.
It's not even a dude, though. That's the crazy thing.
No.
Or at least the one that I've had, me and one of my sisters have had the experiences with, is like a lady from like the 1800s, actually, like full bonnet and everything.
Yeah.
And she just kind of walks around, like harmless, like she'll poke in rooms and stuff. Actually, one room in particular.
Yeah.
But that's it. But no, well, because one, we have my grandfather's ashes.
Yeah.
At my house, and I also, it's not like you said, like burn his bones, but you have to, like, on Supernatural they burn everything with him.
Yeah, well,
I have this.
See, I don't understand. Yeah, the necklace.
And it's my grandfather and great grandfather.
That's the thing about that whole thing with Supernatural. They say, oh, you burn the bones and that's it. Well, what happens? Because they still have the teeth. If the teeth fall out, the teeth are somewhere. You got hair follicles in your comb or somewhere. You know, there's still a part of you somewhere.
But I think they just mean like important shit. You know what I mean?
You burn the corpse and.
But even like, so I even just I've got like some of my grandfather's old clothes and shit that we still have, just for like sentimental value or whatever.
Did you put salt on your door to keep the ghost from entering?
Nothing. I really haven't had anything bad. Like honestly, not too bad at least. I've got like. I'll get into it after. But so anyway, I'm
surprised you didn't go get that tattoo on your chest.
All right, so no, I talk about that so often.
What is that called again?
The Devil's Trap.
The Devil's Trap to keep the fucking.
I've legitimately talked about it. I talked about it before.
We were gonna go do that.
We were.
None of us fucking.
I'm actually talking about getting a new tattoo once I get my tax money.
I will get the Devil's Trap right here.
I will get it as well, but not right away because I have another idea for a tattoo.
I've got to finish my arm up.
Yeah, you've got to finish your Sting tattoo.
Yeah.
But so I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I can't come home for lunch today at work because it's just me and my boss, so I need to make something. So I'm getting ready and I'm like making a couple sandwiches or whatever, and I look up and I kind of see like a shadow type deal. Now this isn't like I look up real fast, see it, look back down, like, oh, just something caught my eye. This is like a dark ass shadow. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look and it goes away. I'm like, it's not like I looked away and then looked and it went somewhere. I like stared and it went somewhere. I'm like, the fuck, dude. So
I'm sorry, if I seen a ghost, I'd scream like a little girl.
I've just had so many crazy experiences with people from your family. And...
I'm so fucking high strung right now. It's just like
no, dude.
Yeah, when my mom passed away,
that creepy ass.
Finish your story.
Yeah. So I finish getting ready or whatever. Like 20 minutes later, come back and I'm getting my shit and I grab my keys and I do my little check. You know, you do your little check thing before you leave.
Wallet, keys,
whatever.
Phone.
And I'm looking and I grab one sandwich and I'm like, where the fuck is my other sandwich? These sandwiches are in bags. They were on top of each other. My cat is downstairs, so I know it's not my cat automatically. I'm like, the fuck is my other sandwich? I'm looking and I can't find it. All of a sudden, shows up in the middle of the kitchen floor.
That's awesome.
I'm like, wow, what the fuck, dude? Like, leave me alone.
That's my sandwich.
I have had other times, too, where I've just, like, I've seen some shit, like, I don't want to get too personal, like, I'm not going to mention the member of your family that it is, but has played some tricks on me from time to time, because she was known to do that all the time anyway.
Yeah.
I was the butt of everyone's joke.
There you are.
I still am. But yeah, back to your mom.
Back when my mom passed away, I used to see out of the corner of my eye, like my mom down, when I was working, I'd catch it out of the corner of my eye.
Yep.
like standing over there or standing to the side and stuff like that. It's the freakiest thing. You look straight on, you don't see him, but out of the corner of your eye, you see him.
And there are features that are theirs.
This goes to a Doctor Who episode when he goes into a room. There's this ghost in this house, and you can only see it out of the corner of your eye. Mm-hmm. So he goes into this room, and they're looking around. They're like, "There's nothing in here." But we see it at home. We see the big fucking dragon thing over his head, ready to bite his head off. And he yells at somebody to look out of the corner of your eye, and when they look out of the corner of your eye, they can see it clear as day. So it's
something
perception
with that,
or
perception,
side perception or something like that. But yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. I don't know. But what I was going to say earlier was with the whole Bigfoot thing we were talking about. Has the WWE ever done a Yeti? Or any?
Well, Giant Gonzalez dressed up as the Bigfoot type guy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
shittiest gimmick ever.
Was he the Yeti or what the hell was he?
Giant Gonzalez.
He was just the Giant Gonzalez.
But he was in the giant Bigfoot costume.
Yeah, I was thinking, has anybody ever come out dressed like a fucking actual Yeti with the whole fucking head fucking on? And
I'm sure there is, but
because that would be different. I know that one kid wanted to be the Yeti, and you said they changed his gimmick. Yeah. That's not a Yeti, you retard.
It's a Wookiee. You can be Chewbacca. Come out as Chewbacca.
So, hey, you excited about Friday? Is it Friday?
What's
Superman vs. Batman?
Oh, man. I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, that's...
I actually think it's going to be good as fuck.
I haven't been able to see any movies. I still haven't seen Star Wars. Now that I know everybody, Han Solo's son killed him, that it's just like totally ruined them. Just totally ruined the movie for me, but... I still want to see it.
No, you still have to see it. I saw spoilers before I saw it. Like, I knowingly looked them up, too, because I was like, I had a bunch of people go see it, like, the first couple days, and I was like, fuck, I can't go see it yet, because I was waiting on someone to go see it.
Right.
And I was like, no, and I didn't see it for, like, 3 weeks, and I just got really anxious and looked it up.
Well, hopefully one of us will see it by the time our next podcast... Which we're going to try and do these on a weekly basis again, and like we said earlier, we're not just going to talk wrestling. We're going to talk everything.
Yeah.
We're probably going to start talking a little more wrestling with WrestleMania coming up.
Mm-hmm. WrestleMania is 2 weeks away.
When we know about what the matches are, because I don't even think they have half the fucking matches set yet.
I just know. I think the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is for free on USA. They're not even showing it on USA. They're not even showing it on the network.
Really. And Braun Strowman's supposed to win that.
Is he?
I think that's what I heard.
I'm not surprised.
I don't like how this stuff leaks out that this one's gonna win, that one's gonna win, and all this crap on who's gonna win this, and 100 different reasons why, and we didn't talk about Sting retiring.
Yeah, Sting pretty much officially is gonna announce at the Hall of Fame ceremony he's done because of his neck. He's actually got the same shit that Edge had.
That's so disappointing.
Well, think about it. He's 30 years older than Edge, 20
I know,
years
but
older than
it's
Edge.
so disappointing that he never
freak move fucked him.
He never really got to really wrestle in the WWE. He had, 3 matches?
2.
2?
Yeah.
He had a great match with Triple H at WrestleMania. I give him that.
Much better, much better than what I thought it was going to be, because I actually expected it to be shit. And honestly, it was more of like a nostalgia match, because like the match itself wasn't amazing. It was just cool you saw DX and NWO come out.
Oh, I must say, I did watch one match Monday night, Triple H against Dean Ambrose.
You mean Dolph Ziggler? You wrestled Dolph Ziggler Monday. Wrestled Dean Ambrose at Roadblock.
Yes, you're correct. It was actually a really good match.
Was it?
Yes,
They're saying that was probably Triple H's last match ever on Raw.
Yeah, I heard that.
And his contract
But it was to push
Dolph Ziggler. That's what they say, at least.
Yeah. It was actually a really good match. That was one match I did watch. That was really good. I was surprised. But again, Dolph Ziggler's a wrestler. He can wrestle.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a small guy, but...
He can go.
He can go. And I think that's what they need.
Yeah. I mean,
it's tough watching some of the big guys wrestle. I mean, give me a break with fucking Ryback.
Oh, man.
You're never going to be as big as The Rock or any of these guys. Goldberg. I mean, even Goldberg couldn't really wrestle. He was a tough guy to watch. 2 moves, 3 moves, or whatever the hell he had.
You know who actually can go for a big guy but gets in trouble? When he talks about it, actually, is Big Show.
Yeah.
Big Show talked about they went to Japan after the year we did the sumo match or whatever.
Yep.
Remember that? And he goes, yeah, we were doing a house show at some small-ass town in Japan. And he goes, and I put somebody away with a moonsault off the top rope.
Wow, did the ring break?
But he said he went back, and he didn't name the guy, but I'm sure it was fucking Undertaker. Ripped him a new asshole about it.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck? Like, how impressive is that? And he actually kind of shit on JR a little bit.
He was probably thinner.
No, he was heavier then than he is now.
Well, I remember when the Big Show or the Giant or whatever the hell you want to call him was on Happy Gilmore when he was thinner. Not Happy Gilmore. He was on
Waterboy.
The Waterboy. Way back when. He was thinner back then. It's like watching old Andre the Giant back in the day when he was like...
Before WrestleMania 3?
Before he was fucking fat and let himself go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was... It's disappointing to see some of those guys that are that big let themselves go like that. Because...
Just listening to... Who was it? Abyss on JR's podcast, too, actually. There was, I
was going to try and start downloading those on my phone.
I don't even download them.
So I can listen to them at work.
Well, I've got, you don't have an iPhone either. It makes it easier with your iPhone.
I got a crap phone. But I've been listening to, like, Kevin Smith podcast and the Nerdist at work while I'm on my fork truck driving around.
Yeah.
But I was going to try and do the Stone Cold one just to keep up on shit, but...
But Abyss actually said in 06, Vince came to him and they were going to push him to face Undertaker at Mania.
Abyss?
Yeah. And he said at first he was good to go. He was going to have a meeting with him.
Yeah.
And Tommy Dreamer had something to do with talent relations at the time. And he called Tommy Dreamer and was like, listen, Tommy, I think I'm going to stay loyal to TNA.
And go nowhere.
What a fucking decision, huh? Threw a whole career away.
I heard Angle's been talking with Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H talked to him at the Arnold Classic.
Come on, he's got to come back and he's got to go into the Hall of Fame in the WWE.
I don't care if he ever shows up on WWE TV again, but you have to put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to see a Kurt Angle that's had 2 more neck surgeries and a knee surgery. 2 knee surgeries, I think. Major knee surgeries.
I think possible next year with China.
China's not coming in, dude. Give it up.
So who is going in this year? I know Sting.
I actually just saw the last.
We know Jackie.
It got leaked.
Freebirds.
Stan Hansen.
Yeah, I saw that too. Stan Hansen. Who's the celebrity?
Snoop.
Snoop Dogg? For what?
What do you mean? He hosted Raw a couple times.
That's dumb.
He's Sasha Banks' cousin. Or cousin.
Oh my God. So who's the what was that honorary?
In The Godfather. You
I know The Godfather. Who's that honorary?
Connor the Crusher
thing going in there? Haven't said yet.
The Warrior Award. That's what it is.
It's the Warrior Award, yeah. They probably won't announce that till that night.
Probably Daniel Bryan.
They said he was spotted in Pittsburgh at Monday Night Raw.
Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
Probably was. Isn't his wife still with the company?
Yeah. I know. It's like, why wouldn't... He's probably still with his wife. They don't have kids to take care of or anything like that. So
he probably travels around a little bit.
Probably does public relations. And
the fucking guy just doesn't sit at home all day.
He retired from wrestling. He didn't retire from the WWE. So he's probably still...
I'm sure he's still under contract for a little while, and they're going to bring him around to do stupid shit, but...
Signings and special events and crap like that. Which is fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I don't really care, honestly.
Right. All right, we're coming to the end here.
Yeah, that's all I got. We actually had a decent episode now. We can post this one, not like the last one we did. All right, we just want to thank you guys for listening. Don't forget, we have the eBay store. That's The Wrestling Burn at ebay.com/The Wrestling Burn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. The easiest way to find any of our stuff the Facebook page, the Twitter account, the eBay store, the SD store.
It's on
Google
Facebook.
it.
Oh yeah, Google it.
Google it. It's the first things that come up. Just go right down the list.
Brand.
They're all there.
Yep.
But yeah, Facebook page has links to it. Twitter account, I think, has links to it.
I think so.
If you go to Spreaker itself,
has links to
all
it.
The links are on the bottom.
Like we said, likes and comments, always welcome. Let us know more shit you want to hear about. Doesn't have to be wrestling related, as you heard with this podcast.
Parks is going to post on the Facebook page tonight, Bigfoot comments, if you guys want to post onto him, under what he has, and we'll try and get the video up. I'll try and get that video up either tonight or tomorrow.
And,
yeah, guys. We appreciate all the activity on Facebook and all that stuff. It's been great.
Like I said, keep posting. Let us know what you want to hear. Peace out. See you next week. As soon as the board works. Work that board. Work that board.